Right, so Gabs, we've got about 50 things to run through here, mate. So let's just start with the first one. Lack of fans. What does this show with... There's a little bit of moving around at the time as well. They did move a little bit earlier to make it better for TV, but does it show there's a lack of interest in the Club World Cup, in your opinion?
You see, the problem is, for me, is that we've got an actual World Cup next summer. So if you're a family and you've got spare money, are you going to pay £50-60 for a ticket to watch some of these games? I mean, Bayern game, I watched it, mate, and I felt sorry for them.
Against Auckland.
Yeah, Auckland FC. I actually felt sorry for the players. Honestly, mate, it was like you. It was like you when you was at Watford playing like a local team from Chelmsford Wood. Just turned down and just like, if you get the ball, boot it away. It was that embarrassing. You could have been 20-0 to Bayern. I think the fans will turn up in the latter stages. When you get in the big games, you might get PSG versus Man City, Real Madrid, PSG, or whatever. But these games doesn't really interest people.
Is that more because of the way they've sold it then? Because at the start it was considered that this was going to be the best of the best, wasn't it? That's why the Club World Cup was happening. And you see Auckland and they lose 10-0. Is it more on how it's presented?
100%, and different games. I watched the PSG Atletico Madrid game. It was near enough sold out.
Yeah.
So you want to see PSG, you want to see Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid game will be sold out. Manchester City will probably a lot more fans. But some of the games you're seeing, like today's games, Dortmund are playing. I don't even know what they're playing. You've got Red Diamonds playing someone that I've never heard of. So you're seeing games where maybe fans are like, if I want to take my two kids, it's going to cost me like $150.
Yeah.
I'd rather save that money and watch the big game.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
What did you make to the players walking out 1v1?
Oh, I was like, what am I seeing? It was like some all-star game. You know, when the first game I watched and I saw it, I was like, what's going on here? It was like Conan from Bayern Munich walked out first, and it was like just a slight clap.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. They're trying too hard, I think.
That's not going to stick for the World Cup.
No. I hope not.
I think maybe that's the reason they're trying it.
You reckon?
Personally, that's why I think they're trying it.
Yeah, I don't mind new ideas, Troy, but I think that was a bit much. And I just watched
Would
the
you
game.
like it in the Prem?
No. Imagine. Imagine the gaffers. Got to get your team talk done like 15 minutes before the game actually starts. Players queuing up. Yeah, it wasn't for me. But I look at the game last night, and that was a crazy attendance. There was no one there.
Yeah. Well, let's go on to the game last night. Obviously, a lot being made about Liam Delap's performance. So first off, how did you think he did when he came on? And then I got a few more questions around this Liam Delap. I feel like we're hyping him up and not giving him a chance to actually get his feet under the carpet.
So when he come on, he kept giving the ball away. It seemed like he was a bit nervous when he come on. Great assist though for Fernandez. I actually went to bed after that goal because it was giving me pre-season friendly vibes the whole game. But he was making clever runs. It looks like Cole Palmer, who you'll know from Man City. He was finding him in behind for some clever runs. But it needs time.
Yeah.
I feel like Nicholas Jackson will probably be the main man at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Give Delap a chance to get used to his new teammates, get used to playing for a lot bigger club than Ipswich. And let's not, like you said, let's not rush it. It was a great cross into the box, but I think that shouldn't have been a minimum.
Yeah.
Are we hyping that up a bit of putting a cross into the right area?
Yeah, I just thought when I saw Jackson's assist, he looked after the ball, gone past a couple of players and put a lovely ball in behind for Neto to get onto and obviously go and get a goal. I thought that was a bit harder than what Liam's done. And again, my take on Liam Delap is more that I think he's missed a step. Being in at the lower level of the Prem and then jumping now to Chelsea or want to compete on all different fronts, and their fan base now probably argue they want to get closer to the league title.
Yeah,
I just think he's missed a step in his development, and I think you saw that last night, as you said, giving the ball away quite a lot.
I said it when before we went to Chelsea. What club should you go to? I said West Ham or Everton. Do you know, go to a club like West Ham, Everton, go and be the main man there, go and score 15 Premier League goals, and then a couple of seasons you made that move at 24 to a Chelsea, to a bigger club.
Yeah, no, I agree. That listen, you can't turn that down. Obviously, with Chelsea off here, but weirdly you said that. I actually thought Man U with where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, because they're trying to rebuild massive fan base. Obviously, and we know how big the brand is. But I just thought going there, dealing with that level of expectation, you're meant to score week in, week out, and then he could probably go on and kick on again.
Do you think if you're Delap's agent, you're looking at the state of Manchester United and thinking like, oh, are you going to get the service? Are you going to get No, I mean, it's a bit negative there at the moment, isn't it?
No, I think so as well. And I like the changes that Man United have done, and I think he could have done a real big job there. I think that the striking world is really interesting at the moment. You look at like Gyökeres, it looks like everyone wanted him, and now everyone's kind of got away from him. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Sesko the same. Yeah, it's like there's not many strikers, but no one's really just going bang here 60, 70 million to go and get one.
I think they would for Osimhen, but I don't know what he's asking for. If he's asking for like
he's asking for your
private
wages.
Jet involved, and, you know, my Nigeria brother Osimhen. I don't know what he's asking for, but clubs are going in for him, aren't they? Because if it was Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, you know what you're getting with Osimhen. More than Sesko and Gyökeres.
Doesn't seem like there's any bit of a risk in terms of getting him, other than his attitude, I suppose. Like, is he detrimental to the other teams, to the other players in the team? But for the rest of them, I just think it's a weird place. I think with Liam Delap, though, just to wrap that up, I think he's in a position to go and thrive. But I'm with you. I think Jackson's going to be the main man. I think he's going to get. I said it yesterday on H&J, and the guys got a little bit antsy, but I just think when you look at it, both of them are going to expect to start.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. How do you keep both of them happy?
Did you see his face when he come off yesterday? Nicholas Jackson, when he's coming off, it might be the 60th minute, he was like, me? Oh, okay. Like, confused.
Yep.
And that'll carry on. It'll get worse.
Exactly. Especially, and again, with the greatest respect, when it means more. The Prem games, the Champions League games.
Of course.
So I think that's going to be their biggest problem, is two lads who expect to start week in, week out.
Keeping them happy.
Try to go, right, how do you one of you on the bench, and how do I keep him happy? Yeah.
Totally agree.
But anyway, as we get into the World Cup, that was the Club World Cup in its full swing, and we're taking all your calls. Gabby has called it a pre-season friendly, which I think is a little bit harsh. What did you make of Chelsea's first game? What changes need to be made in this tournament for it to be a success? 03717 22 3344.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.